Beach Boy Bingo is definitely a really awesome Full House episode, but it definitely could go the other way. If I didn't care for the Beach Boys music, if it was a kind of music I wasn't, I didn't like, I wasn't interested in, maybe it wouldn't be that good. But I have to say, from my perspective, it's pretty awesome. This is the 6th episode of the 2nd season of Full House, directed by Steve Zuckerman. And the Beach Boys are meant to be going on Danny Tanner's show, but they can't. There's a problem with fog and the plane landing. However, DJ wins 2 tickets to see the Beach Boys in concert when she enters a radio competition. And most of the episode focuses on the dilemma she has with choosing who to take with her. And I won't say what she decides, I won't spoil it. I will, with a spoiler warning, discuss a few things in more detail in a moment, but for now I won't. And it's all about her trying to work out what to do. And let's be honest, it's a pretty sweet dilemma. If you're going to have a problem in life, choosing who to take to a concert is a pretty sweet problem. And I was, curious to see who she'd pick and what direction it would take, and that part of it I think is really enjoyable. And the Beach Boys aspect, I wouldn't say I'm a fan of the Beach Boys insofar as I've ever owned any of their records. I don't actively listen to their music, but whenever I hear their music, I enjoy it. I like it. And they have some amazing songs. And I can see that it was a big deal to have them on the show. The reason this came about, I assume, is because John Stamos has been playing with the band, I believe, since 1980 something, since just before Full House began anyway. So I believe or assume that that's where the connection came from, and that's how they were able to get the band on the show. But either way, it's pretty awesome, and I know it would have been a really big deal at the time, but even now, in 2023, that's pretty awesome, and I think that's pretty cool. And the music in it is obviously fabulous, enjoyable. The music's very lively and upbeat, and the episode, despite the fact that DJ has this dilemma, the episode is actually very lively and positive and very, very entertaining, and the music is just brilliant, and I really, really find this to be a really great episode. However, as I said, if I didn't care for that music, if it was a style of music I didn't like, then honestly, it might not be the best episode because not much happens. Everything I've described is basically all that happens. Something else happens in the last kind of 5 minutes, and I'll discuss that with a spoiler warning, but in the last 5 minutes, you definitely have to like the style of the Beach Boys music to be able to enjoy the last part of the episode. So I don't think it's going to be an episode for everybody. If it's not your style of music, I honestly don't think the episode has much else to offer. But I'd like to think most people like the style of the Beach Boys music. Even if you don't know who the Beach Boys are specifically, personally, I think the music is pretty awesome. So for me, it ticks all of the boxes. One of my favourite moments is Danny at the beginning when he learns that the Beach Boys are unable to come on the show. He learns this while he's on air. So Danny's solution is to pick up a guitar and start kind of singing Good Vibrations and also walking the viewers through what happens in the song and how the different band members play different parts. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was very entertaining. So in all, for me, it's a really good episode. It's got 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb. So generally it seems to be very well received and one that I think will always put me in a really good mood. So spoilers from now, I want to discuss 2 things. First of all, just what happens at the end, but also a transition that I thought was so beautiful. So spoilers for the last kind of 5-ish minutes. Everybody, including the Beach Boys, are in the Tanner's front room and they're singing. I can't actually remember which song it is, but they're singing it, and then it transitions in time with the lyrics to the same song at the concert, and it's just so smooth and so beautiful and so well done. And then the last, I don't know, maybe 3-4 minutes are in the concert, and this is where obviously I said you kind of need to like that style of music because the last however many minutes is just the concert and that's it and nothing else happens. But really thoroughly enjoyed it, and I imagine it would have been pretty awesome to be filming this episode as well. Something a little bit different and a little bit different to watch as well. Very upbeat, very positive episode, and one that I really thoroughly enjoyed, and I'm sure I always will.